All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Thompson Falls, Montana. And tonight's Vikings broadcast on BFSD events here on YouTube. It is a battle for first place here, and the number one seed heading into divisionals as the Bigfork Vikings take on the Thompson Falls Bluehawks here, getting ready for tip-off. And I had a chance to sit down. This is James LaFontaine, the voice of the Vikings in the house, with head coach John Hollow of the Vikings pregame to talk about what's been going on in the season and what's coming up for tonight's ball game. And this is what Coach Hollow had to say pregame.
All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Thompson Falls Vikings basketball as the Vikings here in Thompson Falls to take on the Bluehawks in a battle for first place and the conference title and the number one seed in the divisional tournament. And talking about the Vikings, they're 6-1 in conference overall, not in conference, and 9-2 overall, and won their past 7 games here. This last week, beat Sioux Falls up there. 64-52, and then able to take care of Eureka by 9, 54-45 in their last ball game. So, Coach, talk about your team, how well they've been playing lately here.
We've been playing really well lately. We didn't play super great offensively on Thursday night. All these nights are running together now, it seems like, but we just did a lot of really good things defensively, and that's the difference right now between us now and us a month ago, is we were winning games because of our offense. We still have a good offense, but nights when you don't shoot the ball well, which happens sometimes, like it did on Thursday, we found other ways to win. So I'm super happy with the boys, and I keep telling them the same thing. We still got a long ways to go to get better. I mean, we do. We still got a lot of room for improvement. I love how we're playing. I love that we won 7 in a row, but we can still get better. That's the exciting thing.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I don't think you put the whole package, the whole game together with your offense and defense that's clicking. Like you said, you struggle a little bit shooting-wise against Eureka, but able to defensively shut them down. What that one kid that did up to you in Eureka, making all those threes, you pretty much shut him down for most of the ball game. And so you guys are rolling right now. I think the Western B is going to be wide open when we head to Eureka coming the beginning of March the 4th to the 6th, when that is. Tonight, talk about tonight's battle. You're going to take on Thompson Falls, who you lost to in a heck of a ball game, 81-75 by 6 down there in Bigfork. And now you come over here to Thompson Falls in a battle for the conference title and the number one seed going into divisional play.
Yeah, it's a big game. I think I told you a month ago when we gave up 80 points, we weren't going to win many games giving up 80. If they get 60 on us tonight, I'll be very surprised. We're just a different team defensively. We've really clamped down, and that's not being cocky or any of that. That's just what we've been preaching, and our kids have played such good defense over the course of the last month. So we're a lot different team than we were a month ago, and I'm excited to see that in fruition tonight when we take the court. But yeah, it's a big game. It's for the number one seeded divisionals, right?
Yeah, and you can see that, at least I can. I mean, I've watched you guys all season, and trying to get your pieces together and who your starters are, and you kind of change that a little bit here and there, and some guys have really, stepped up, and guys coming off the bench. I mean, I look at Bryce Gilliard playing really well inside, and then Isaac is always steady. When Walker's on, nailing those threes as well, you're pretty dangerous. And the steadiness, I would say, and that's unusual to say about a freshman in Colin Wade. I mean, he's just, as a freshman, he's just uncanny. I mean, he's calm. He doesn't run. Most freshmen will get nervous, and he doesn't seem to be that way for you guys. And he really runs the point for you.
He does, and he's been a big reason why we are where we're at right now. He does. He just does a lot of good things. He's going to be fun to watch the next 3 years. But yeah, with our team right now, with all these bus rides, like I said, I think we've been on the road 5 out of 6, 5 out of 7, 6 out of however many games we've played the last couple of weeks, but have lots of time to talk about stuff. And that's one of the things we talked about on the ride up here today was we have about 6 or 7 guys, usually 8 to 14 points every game. So you come out and focus on one guy, we usually have another guy that can hurt you. Where some of these teams are so reliant on 1 or 2 guys, kind of like the team we're playing tonight. You know, their two leading scorers are very good players, and they're about 20 a game. We don't have those. You know, we have a bunch of guys that all can score the basket and almost in double figures or right around double figures. I bet we have 6 guys that are right around that area. So, yeah, it's just it's been an awesome group to coach. It's been so fun to watch them improve. And again, I keep talking to people about this, not to make excuses or anything like that, but they're still so young. And to watch them improve every week, it's just been awesome to see with my eyes, and just couldn't be more proud of a group of kids.
Yeah, I looked at the book after the last game, you know, and yeah, there was 5 or 6 guys, I mean, right around 10 points apiece, just really well balanced. What do you do as a defense on the other side, trying to stop them? So, talking about defensively, what are you guys going to do tonight? Stop their big 2 guys, you know, put your strongest defender on them and try to slow them down a little bit, and then get out and play your offense. Talk about that.
You know, I feel like the first time we played them, when they scored 80, I put our kids in a bad position. We were trying to play full court man, and tonight we're going to play a lot of man because that's what we do. You know, we're going to play some zone, but we're going to try to be more half court orientated than trying to get the ball, or than trying to pick up full court and press, because that's what they want. They want to play fast. So we're not going to run away from playing fast, because we want to play fast on offense, slow on defense.
So, you know, yeah, like you said, you're young. You got Cormac and Walker that are your seniors gonna graduate, and so bringing most of these guys and some of these younger kids, you know, like Dane Hansen, I see come up and step up and play some big minutes at times in these past few games, and then sometimes Nick Walker will come in there and play steady. But I think the core, Cormac, you know, and Walker and Epperly and Colin and Levi, you know, a strong starting 5 for any team, but you guys are playing well, and defensively, when you shut them down and you guys are scoring, I think you're a dangerous team, especially heading into divisionals. And what do you have to do against their big guys tonight to slow them down?
We just need to do what we've been doing the last month, playing good, hard, fundamental defense, and if we do that, keep them under 60, we'll be just fine. If the game gets into the 80s again, you know, probably going to have the same result as last time. So we're not going to change anything that we've done the last month. We're just really focused on simplifying things, and that's what we're going to do again tonight. We're going to come out and do what we do and see what they can do against it.
Well, talking about divisionals coming up, so the winner of this, yeah, divisionals comes up the 4th to the 6th for the boys up in Eureka. You know, number 1 seed, you know, we'll get the 4 seed out, obviously out of 6B, and we're not sure how that's going to all pan out yet for the 6B side because of some games going on. And the number 2 seed will get the 3rd seed out of 6B. So either way, you're first or second going to divisionals, and I think you're a dangerous team. I think the Western B's wide open, to be honest with me. You know, unfortunately, we don't get to see you next Thursday against Florence. They canceled that ball game. They have to get some conference games in, but you guys rode tonight. Then Monday you head to Loyola, and then next Saturday we head to Anaconda, so to wrap up the regular season, then head to divisionals. So I'm looking forward to tonight's ball game. And it should be an exciting one. I think a real battle here in Thompson Falls. So, like you said, you keep it in the 60s. You guys do well.
Yep, I feel good about it. I feel really good about where we're at right now. So,
all right, thanks, Coach. Coach John Hollow joining me on the pregame. As always, gracious with his time. And go Vikes.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, John.
All right, head coach John Hollow on the pregame show here. James LaFontaine, the voice of the Vikes and Owls, here from Thompson Falls, Montana, as the Vikings battle the Bluehawks for the number 1 seed and the conference title tonight. Big game on the line. And pregame brought to you by the UPS store for all your printing and shipping needs at 439 Grand Avenue in Bigfork, 837-2002, including banners and posters. Say hi to Brian Stonsfield and the gang at the Bigfork UPS store, and thank them for sponsoring Viking and Valkyrie sports during the regular season. Well, tip off here in about 4 minutes or so. We'll get starting lineups and all that stuff here from Thompson Falls. 406-270-7384. And if you're one of my friends from around the globe, you got to add a +1 to that, and just text me out there. Let me know that you're listening. I know that Jimmy's listening out there. And thank the Gillians for their support as always. on the sports here at Bigfork High School. I really appreciate them. All right, let's bring you the starting lineups. That's going to be brought to you by the Bigfork Harvest Foods for all your grocery needs, including an amazing bakery deli, 8111 and Highway 35 in Bigfork, Montana, 837-5010. Marcus Balgos and Kelly Balgos and the gang and the folks at Bigfork Harvest Foods saw them this morning. Stopped by, get a few snacks for the road. They're heading over here. 6 games today, crazy. And I can give you some scores in earlier action for on the boys' side. In the C Squad action, it was the Vikings 53-9 over Thompson Falls. And just wrapping up JV action, it was the JV winning 67-17 over Thompson Falls. So we have the varsity game coming up. And the starting lineups, first of all, for the Thompson Falls Bluehawks and head coach Jake Mickelson, Nathan Schrader, a 5'10" junior guard, and wearing number 3. And then also a guard, senior, 5'10", number 5, Justin Morgan. One of the big scorers, excuse me, is the 6'1" senior guard, number 22, Dante Michele. Number 24, 6'3" senior guard, and captain Cade Pardee. And then Cody Burt, he's been around for a long time, wearing number 44 at 6'4" in the post, and he is a senior. Head coach Jake Mickelson, succeeded by Sean Morgan and Scott Pardee. For the Vikings tonight, a little change up in the lineup. Slight change up, but as well. You get 6'1" senior forward, captain number 1, Cormac Mann. That guard, 6'2" sophomore, number 3, Isaac Epperle. A 5'8" senior guard, captain number 5, Walker Fisher. At 6'3", a sophomore forward, number 15, Bryce Gilliard. And then the point guard, a freshman. Just has a good head on his shoulder, good ball player as a freshman at 5'8", guard, number 21, Colin Wade for head coach John Hollow, assisted by Jim Ben, Jimmy Epperle, Tristan Clark, and Dustin Heinzman for the Vikings tonight. Starting lineups once again brought to you by Bigfork Harvest Foods. Get ready to tip off here from Thompson Falls momentarily. I'll be back with the tip-off here in Thompson Falls, Montana. James LaFontaine, the voice of the Vikes and the Vows with you. 406-270-7384. And I'll give you a shout out there. Be back with a tip-off. All right, welcome back to Thompson Falls, Montana. Vikings taking on the Bluehawks here for first place. And the number 1 seed headed into divisionals. And get ready to introductions here by local team tip-off here momentarily. And tip-off. Brian Hansen, Lloyd Henniker, the officials for tonight's ball game. And tip-off brought to you by the Montana Athletic Club. We'll have that here momentarily for you. Doing starting lineups. They already did the anthem at the girls' game, which was this afternoon. Cormac Ben playing well lately. Like I tell you, the Vikings have it. They're on a roll, 7 in a row. One tight ball game, 61-59 over Mission down at their place. But other than that, been really handling things and playing well. Their last loss against Thompson Falls at home back in January. So really on a roll for the Vikings. And looking to keep that rolling tonight and going against Thompson Falls, and a chance for the conference title and the number 1 seed for divisionals. And I'll talk about the divisionals coming up, but that's later on. That heads 4th through the 6th in Eureka, Montana, March 4th to the 6th. The 3rd through the 5th, the girls will be going. The Valkyries, already the number 3 seed. They play 7 o'clock on that Wednesday night. And, of course, I'll be up there broadcasting all the ball games from Eureka, Montana on BFSD Events on YouTube. And if you look at the sponsor, I'll take all the sponsorship I can get. A nice long trip. Basically 4 days up there, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday for ball games. Head up there. Get a hold of me, 406-270-7384. Just text me and let me know. And lineups for Thompson Falls being made. They're in their home whites. The Vikings in their blue with gray numbers. And Thompson Falls in their whites up here behind the Bigfork bench. Get ready for a tip-off. It'll be Cormac Ben tipping it off for the Vikings. And number 24, the captain, Pardee. Cade Pardee tipping it up against Cormac Ben. We're ready to go here from Thompson Falls, Montana. It's the Vikings taking on the Bluehawks. Tip up, won by Thompson Falls. Michelle goes quickly, throws it in the corner. 3-point shot, no, fakes it. And thrown away by Thompson Falls. That's saved by Michelle. A 3-point shot on the way, made there by number 5, Justin Morgan. And quickly into Colin Wade. Colin Wade across the timeline. The basketball for Bigfork. And looks like Thompson Falls is a man-to-man defense. Over to Epperly. Epperly brings top of the key. Gives it up to Bryce Gaillard. Gaillard over to Wade. Wade on the right wing for the Vikings. With top, Cormac Ben. Ben looking to drive. Takes it up. Under. And they're going to call a player control foul on Cormac Ben. It looked like a little bit of a flop there by Pardee, but he draws the offensive foul against Cormac Ben, his first team foul. Schrader gets it over to Michelle. Pardee back to Michelle. 3-point shot from the right wing and rebounded there by Epperly underneath for the Vikings. Quickly up, Epperly across the timeline. Looking to drive, Epperly up, under, gives it to Bryce Gaillard. Gaillard up, gives a pump fake and scores 2 for Bryce Gaillard. As he fakes out Pardee, gets him up in the air and goes around him and scores. Schrader with a basketball. They'll give it over to Morgan. Morgan back to Pardee. Underneath Cody Burke. Burke looking to go against Bryce Gaillard. And Gaillard's going to get called for the personals. Burke kind of just threw it up. And Gaillard right there. That's his first personal, second team foul. And Cody Burke to the line to shoot 2 for Thompson Falls. First shot up is good. 4-2 on the Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard. 6:45 to go here in quarter number 1, and Burke will get one more for Thompson Falls. Second shot on the way is good. A 5-2 lead for the Bluehawks. Epperly gets it into Colin Wade. Wade across the timeline for the Vikings. Over to Cormac Ben on the right wing. Looking, gives it out to Gaillard. Gaillard looking underneath for Epperly. Epperly. And Michelle's going to get called for the personal. And that's his first team foul on the Bluehawks. And the Vikings will take it out. Heading right to left on your dial. Epperly, the inbound. They'll give it over to Cormac Ben. Back to Epperly quickly on the left wing. Colin Wade, 3-point shot on the way. Off the rim, no good. And Gaillard able to run it down for the Vikings. He'll give it up to Ben. Ben on the right wing. Looking to drive is Cormac Ben. Tipped away and out of bounds. Off of Thompson Falls. It'll remain Viking basketball underneath on the far end. Under their own basket. Walker Fisher to inbound for the Vikings. Fisher looking, finds Gaillard. Gaillard looking underneath. Gives it to Ben. Ben looking to drive on Burke. Underneath. Tried to get it to Gilliard and knocked away. Michelle comes up with it. He'll give it off to Pardee. Pardee over to Schrader in the corner to Morgan. Morgan, 3-point shot off and rebounded. No, knocked away, and Pardee will come up with it for Thompson Falls, and a reverse layup by Pardee. Scores it. And quickly up, Epperly. Ben in the right corner. Epperly on the right wing. Takes him out. Kicks it out to Ben. Ben looking to drive all the way to the basket. Cormac Ben scores it off the backboard for 2. And a 7-4 Thompson Falls lead. 5:32 to go in the first quarter on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. Well, Michelli will get underneath to Pardee. Knocked away by Gilliard and out of bounds. It'll remain Thompson Falls basketball. Schrader to inbound. He gives it. Stolen away by Ben on the inbound pass. Ben will hold it up and set it up. Gives it over to Epperly. Epperly out near half court. Going to give it to Colin Wade. Colin Wade to set it up for the Vikings. Wade finds Gilliard. Gilliard 3-point shot on the way. The lefty is good from downtown to tie the ball game at 7 with 5 minutes to go here in quarter number 1. Schrader out to Morgan. Morgan back to Schrader. Right wing. Schrader's 3-point shot on the way. No good. Off of Epperly's hand and in the corner. Brought down by Pardee. Stolen away by Gilliard. And Wade with the basketball. Wade quickly up. Ben on the right wing. Looking. Gives it up to Colin Wade. Colin Wade looking to drive. Up and under. Wade off the backboard. And scores 2 by Colin Wade. And the Vikings take a 2-point lead. Schrader quickly up. Ball nearly knocked away. And on the floor. And a held ball. And I believe the arrow points towards the Vikings. And it does. As Schrader gets on the floor and Cormac Ben gets down there and ties it up. That'll bring in number 10, Levi Taylor, for the Vikings. And number 2, Tristan Subach checking in for Thompson Falls. Wade with the basketball, 4:22 and counting here in quarter number 1. Gives it over to Epperly. Epperly looking to drive. Up under Epperly. A jump stop. And he's going to be fouled. That looks like it'll be number 2 on Michelli, their big scorer. And it is. Foul's number 22. His second team foul. And that'll put Epperly at the free throw line, shooting 2. And scores the first one. That'll bring in number 4, Roman Sparks, to replace Michelli. Michelli will have to sit with the 2 personals. 10-7 on your UPS Store scoreboard. Epperly's second shot off the rim, no good. Gilliard comes up the rebound. He's looking, kicks it out over to Taylor. Taylor on the right wing will give it out to Wade. Wade will set it up. Back door to Gilliard. Gilliard up. Fakes up and under. Scores the bucket. And he's fouled. He'll go to the free throw line and try to complete the 3-point play the old-fashioned way, as the bucket is good by Gilliard and a nice pass from Colin Wade. And that's the first personal, number 2, Tristan Subach. And the 3rd team foul on Thompson Falls. Gilliard shot up. Off the rim, no good. Epperly comes up with the rebound for Bigfork. Out to Gilliard. Gilliard free throw line. Drains it for 2. And a 14-7 lead for the Vikings. 3:55 to go. 14-7 on UPS Store scoreboard. Give it out, Schrader. Schrader top of the key. Brings it over, gives it up to Morgan. Morgan out near half court and gives it over to Schrader. Schrader looking to drive in the corner. He'll go to Subach. Check that out to Sparks. Out to Schrader, back to Morgan. Left wing, 3-point shot on the way. Off the rim and no good. And tipped by Subach to Sparks. Back to Subach and scores the bucket. Does Thompson Falls. Sparks. Give it up, Epperly from Wade. Epperly looking to drive. Gilliard on the court. And a held ball as Pardee and Gilliard and Epperly get on the floor for the loose ball. Burke will come back in, replacing Subach for Thompson Falls. 3:13 to go. Gilliard comes out. And Cormac Ben back in for the Vikings to give Gilliard a breather. Schrader across the timeline over the right wing. Guarded by Colin Wade. Schrader looking to drive. Takes it up against Cormac Bend. Misses it. Epperly comes down with the rebound for the Vikings. Epperly with the basketball. Just under 3 minutes to go here in quarter number 1. And a 14-9 lead for the Vikings on your Harvest Foods scoreboard. Colin Wade gives it to Epperly. Epperly baseline. Epperly looking, kicks it out. Wade looking, fakes it, gives it to Walker Fisher. Walker Fisher on the drive, throws it up, misses it. Levi Taylor right there to grab it and put it back in for the Vikings. And a 16-9 lead over to Schrader. Schrader on the right wing, got him by Wade. Looking at crossover, knocked away. Wade getting down on it. Cormac Bend fighting for it. And off of Blue, off the Vikings, it'll be Thompson Falls basketball. So the Vikings coming out with some big intensity for this ball game. Switching out the balls here. And Schrader will inbound for Thompson Falls in the front court. Schrader in the back court gets it to Pardee. Pardee at the point now for Thompson Falls. Across the timeline, over to the left side, Schrader. Gives it underneath, Morgan, underneath the Burke. Burke guarded by Levi Taylor. Puts it up off the backboard and good. And in to Morgan, or excuse me, Wade. Wade will give it to Cormac Bend. Back out to Wade. Wade looking. 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. 16-11 on your Harvest Food scoreboard. The Vikes lead. Cormac Bend looking to drive baseline. Gives it up to Taylor. Taylor shoots it too hard. Gets his own rebound. Puts it off the backboard. Misses it. And he's going to get called for the personal. A little strong by Levi Taylor. And that's his first personal, third team foul on the Vikings. 1:51 to go. 16-11 the Vikes lead on your Harvest Food scoreboard. They got down early against Thompson Falls at home, but they're staying right in it this time. Pardee guarded by Cormac Bend. Blocked by Epperly, and Bend comes up with it. And on the Pardee shot. So Epperly, top of the key for the Vikings. Thompson Falls in a man defense, and Epperly will give it over to Colin Wade. Colin Wade out near half court, setting up the offense. As Fisher switches sides with Cormac Bend. Epperly looking to drive all the way to the bucket. Epperly too strong off the backboard and no good. Pardee comes up with it, and Pardee dribbling down. Gives it up to Corey. Oh, blocked there by Levi Taylor. And I'm sorry, that looked clean. They're going to call a personal foul on Levi Taylor. Looked all ball to me, but that's going to get Cody Burke to the line to shoot two. And the second personal on Levi, the 14th foul on the Vikings. But Vikes hustling here. Cody Burke misses the first one off the front of the rim. And Bryce Gideon returns to the lineup for the Vikings. 1:07 to go. And 16-11 Vikes lead on their Harvest Food scoreboard. Burke with one more. Puts it in. 16-12 now. Ian McMahon comes in the ball game, and he'll replace Levi Taylor, who goes out with it, two personals. So Gilliard will inbound to Colin Wade. And the Vikes with a 4-point lead. Wade slowly bringing it up across the timeline, guarded by Schrader. Gilliard sets the screen. Back to Bryce Gilliard. Gilliard looking to drive for Bigfork. Out to Colin Wade. Colin Wade. And a blocking foul will be called on Thompson Falls. And that's on number 3, Nathan Schrader. That'll be his first. And a 14th foul on Thompson Falls on the Bluehawks. 51 seconds to go. And Walker Fisher to inbounds for the Vikings. Looking. Gives it out to Gilliard. Gilliard over to Cormac Bend. Looking back door. Walker Fisher looking to shoot the three. Can't get it up. Takes it up, drives it off the backboard, no good. Wade tips it up, and Fisher runs it down for Bigfork in the right corner. Fisher looking to drive baseline, kicks it out. And over to Ian McMahon, bring it out to Colin Wade. They'll hold for one. 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter, and the Vikes up by 4. Colin Wade looking to drive, gives it up. Cormac Bend misses the layup, and Schrader comes up with the rebound. Schrader will give it over to Pardee. Pardee looking to drive. And player control. Ian McMahon, who just came in the ballgame, right there to pick up the player control foul on 24, Pardee. That is Pardee's first, the 5th team foul on Thompson Falls with 12.3 to go. Into Colin Wade. The hold for one. 7 seconds. Wade looking to drive, kicks it out. Ian McMahon, three-point shot for the corner. Oh, off the rim, but he fouled on the three-point try, and Ian McMahon will go to the line for the Vikings to shoot 3 free throws. That is the first personal on number 4, Roman Sparks, and the 16th foul on Thompson Falls. So Ian McMahon, he just came into the ballgame, picked up the charge, then nearly drained the 3. He picks up the foul against Sparks, and he'll have three free throws. Say that 3 times fast. He misses the first one. He'll get 2 more with 2.9 to go. So McMahon, second free throw on the way is good by Ian McMahon, and he'll get 1 more. 2.9 to go. Second one off the rim, off the backboard, and good by Ian McMahon. Party looking to throw it long, throws it out to Morgan. Morgan guarded away by Fisher. Half-court shot by Morgan would have been good, but off the backboard, no good. And on the Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard, after 1 quarter, it is the Bigfork Vikings 18, the Thompson Falls Bluehawks 12. We'll be back with quarter number 2 here from Thompson Falls, Montana. All right, welcome back to Thompson Falls, second quarter. The Vikes up 18-12 on the Harvest Food scoreboard. And Bigfork will get the basketball to start quarter number 2 here from Thompson Falls. A battle for first place right here in the last conference game of the season. Both teams 6-1. Wade will get it into Epperly. Epperly, top of the key, guarded by Pardee. Out to Wade. Wade left wing. Looking back door. Finds Gilliard. Gilliard, three-point shot on the way for the top of the key. Out the rim, no good. And battling right there. Oh, right. Falls right in the hands of Walker Fisher. Off the backboard is good as Michelle can't handle the rebound. And Fisher will score the bucket. Schrader, right wing. We're out top of the key. Likes in a zone defense. Looks like a 2-3. Over to Schrader. Morgan on the right wing. Michelle, left wing. Back to Morgan. Morgan, three-point shot on the way. Off the rim and no good. And out of bounds. And Pardee tries to save it, but out of bounds off Thompson Falls. It'll be Bigfork basketball. So Epperly in the backcourt, over to Wade. Wade will give it back to Epperly for the Vikings. He'll bring it across the timeline. Will Epperly looking to drive. Oh, he thought Fisher was going to cut across the lane, and Fisher stopped. Trying to read him there. Would have been a heck of a pass, but Fisher didn't cut as Epperly was anticipating. So in, Schrader with the basketball for Thompson Falls. We'll give it over to Michelle. Michelle, guarded by Fisher, right wing. Michelle looking to drive. Kicks it out, Wade. Colin Wade saves it back to Michelle. Gives it up. Cormac Ben now with the basketball. Racing up the court was Ben. Off the backboard and good. It shoots with the left hand and scores for the Vikings. Vikings now up by 10, 22-12 on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. Or Michelle. Michelle top the key, gives it to Schrader. Schrader left wing. Out to the top of the key to Michelle. Michelle looking under. Looking for Subach. Morgan, left wing. Shoots a three and drains it for Thompson Falls. Wade. Walker Fisher. Fisher up off the backboard, no good, but right there for the rebound is Ben, and Ben will put it back in for the Vikes. So Morgan, Schrader, Subach, Pardee, and baseline goes Morgan, scores the bucket on the backside. Quickly up, Fisher. Fisher looking to drive. Gets it out to Wade. Wade, left wing. Quick action. And Isaac Epperly looking to drive. Epperly, spin move, up and under. And blocked by Pardee. Michele with the basketball. And Colin Wade right there tried to take the charge. And Michele taking it to the bucket. And first personal on number 21. Colin Wade, and the 15th foul. So going to the line will Dante Michele to shoot 2 for Thompson Falls. Makes the first one. Vikings lead 24-18 on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. One more for Michele. Puts it up, scores it 2. 24-19. The Vikes up by 5. 5:46 to go here in quarter number 1. Colin Wade gives it up to Epperly. Epperly looking to drive, guarded by Pardee. There goes Walker Fisher. Fisher in the corner to Colin Wade. Colin Wade on the drive. Up, under, left-handed. Misses it, no good. Kicks it back up. And Bryce Gideon nearly comes down with it on the floor. Fisher will come up with a loose ball for the Vikes. Looking to drive baseline is Walker Fisher. Right there, flying in is Cormac Ben on the rebound for the Vikes. And tries to drive it baseline. And Ben will be called for the personal, a player control foul on Cormac Ben. And his second, the 16th foul on the Vikings. Michele, right there, top of the key, gives it Schrader. Schrader left side, shoots a floater and drains it for Thompson Falls within 3. Wade with the basketball for Bigfork. So let Thompson Falls kind of back in the game. Wade feeds up, finds Gideon. Gideon baseline, scores it off the bucket. A nice pass by Colin Wade. And the Vikes up 26-21 on your UPS Store scoreboard. Under 5 minutes to go here in half. And Schrader with the basketball for Thompson Falls. He'll get over to Michele. Michele on the left side. Feeds Pardee. Pardee shoots it up, misses it. And new basketball. Pardee goes to the lane. And Levi Taylor returns, replacing Cormac Ben in the lineup for the Vikings. Ben with 2 personals. 4:42 to go. And the Vikes up by 5, 26-21 on UPS Store scoreboard. He'll give it up to Wade. Wade will bring it across the timeline for the Vikings. Goes Colin Wade looking to drive left-handed, up, under, off the backboard, and scores it for 2. There's Colin Wade, the lefty. Schrader up with the basketball for Thompson Falls. Right wing. Schrader goes over, runs through, and Fisher knocks it away. And Fisher will be called for the personal. That's his first, the 17th foul. That'll put Schrader at the line and shoot a 1-on-1 for Thompson Falls. 4:21 to go. Misses the first one. And taken away is Schubats gets it but can't control it. Isaac Epperly takes it. In the corner, Walker Fisher, 3-point shot on the way. No good. Out of bounds. And Levi Taylor fighting for it. And third personal, I believe, it is on Levi Taylor. And the 18th foul. And Gideon will come out of the ballgame for Bigfork. And Dane Hansen now in the ballgame for the Vikes. Michele at the line for a 1-on-1. 28. And Nick Walker, 0, will check in for Levi Taylor for the Vikings. So Dane Hansen and Nick Walker now in the post for Bigfork, and Michele 1-on-1. First shot up is good. He'll get the bonus, one more. And the net kind of twisted up. Usually they fix that before he shoots. Michele will get one more for Thompson Falls as he made the first. Second shot up is good. And 28-23, 5-point lead for the Vikes. 4 minutes to go here in the first half. Colin Wade with the basketball for Bigfork. And Wade looking, guarded by Schrader. Hansen to set a screen. And rolls. Dane Hansen. 3-point shot from the top of the key by Dane Hansen. A little strong, no good. And rebounded there by Pardee. Pardee looking to drive. Pardee throws it off the backboard, no good. Right there, Colin Wade comes down with the rebound for Bigfork. And Wade will set it up for the Vikes. Hanson with the screen. Rolling. There goes Wade on the drive. Scores the bucket. It's Colin Wade. He'll go to the free throw line. Trying to complete that three-point play, as I say, the old-fashioned way. And that's the first personal on number 5, Justin Morgan. And Wade will go to the line to shoot one. Epperly stepping back in to the middle to help rebound. And Wade will get one for the Vikings. Wade shot up, bounces around and drops for Bigfork. 8-point lead, 31-23, 3:30 to go on the UPS Store scoreboard. Schrader with the basketball for Thompson Falls. Gives it over to Morgan. Morgan on their half. Gives it to Michelli. Michelli, left wing. Pardee right there off the backboard and good. Scores around Epperly. And we'll get it into Wade. Wade with the basketball for Bigfork with a 6-point lead. Colin Wade looking to drive. Gives it up to Nick Walker. Nick Walker looking to drive on Michelli. Walker off the backboard, good. Michelli has to back off because he has 2 personals. Don't want to pick up that third. Under 3 minutes to go in the first half. Over to Pardee on the left wing. He'll give it out to Schrader. Schrader looking to drive, shoots the floater, misses it, and Fisher with the rebound for the Vikings. Fisher with the basketball. He'll give it over to Wade. Wade top of the key for Bigfork. Guarded by Schrader. There goes Wade. Gets it to Dane Hanson. Dane Hanson looking off the backboard. Hanson, rolls in and out. And a nice play. Fouls on Colin Wade, his second. And the 19th foul on the Vikings. And Bryce Gilliard will come in and place Wade. He has 2 personals on Colin Wade as he was trying to strip it away from behind. And 1-1 for Nathan Schrader for Thompson Falls with 2:33 to go. First shot is up and good to get one more. 33-26, 7-point lead for the Vikes. Schrader will get one more. Puts it up, makes it. And checking back in, number 4, Roman Sparks for Thompson Falls, replacing Schrader. Epperly will inbound to Fisher as Wade is out of the ball game, and Epperly will run the point for the Vikings. Across the timeline, Dane Hanson sets the screen. Epperly all the way baseline, drives and shoots the floater for 2 for Bigfork. And Pardee with the basketball. He'll give it out. Dante Michelli, top of the key, extended. We'll give it over to Morgan. Morgan looking. Back to Michelli. Michelli looking for somebody to pass it to the shoot. Over to Pardee. Pardee left wing in the corner to Sparks. Sparks looking to drive for Thompson Falls. Throws it up. Rebounded there by Nick Walker. Grabbed by Epperly as Walker tries to save from going out of bounds, and Epperly able to grab it. Under 2 minutes to go. Epperly, top of the key for Bigfork. 35-27, 1:40 to go. The Vikings lead by 8 on your Harvest Food scoreboard. Gilliard sets the screen. Epperly will give it over to Fisher. Guarded by Morgan is Fisher. Back out to Epperly, top of the key. Calling out a play, setting it up. Gilliard sets the screen. Epperly looking to drive. Kick it out. Epperly nearly loses it, gives it to Bryce Gilliard. 3-point shot off the backboard. Scores it for 2, 3. Basket is good. A 3-pointer there by Gilliard. And on the rebound, Nick Walker called with a push. That's a 10th team foul, so double bonus. Michelli will go to the line to shoot 2 for Thompson Falls. 38-27, the Vikes up by 11 with 1:20 to go here till halftime. Michelli's first shot up short, off the rim, no good. And he'll get one more. So Thompson Falls in the double bonus, the Vikes in the bonus. And another shot for Michelli. Second shot up is good. 10-point lead, 38-28 on the UPS Store scoreboard. Inbound to Gilliard from Epperly. Back to Epperly from Gilliard. And 1:15 and counting. And Epperly will bring it across the timeline for Bigfork. Hanson to set a screen. Epperly, three-point shot on the way. In and out, but Hansen right there gets the rebound, and he goes up and travels. Yeah, if he just pump fake and got him up, would have had him easy. But he jumps up without shooting it, shoots it late, and gets called for the traveling violation. 1 minute to go here till halftime. The Vikes up by 10. Morgan with the basketball. In the corner, they give it up to Pardee. Pardee looking underneath for Cody Burke. Out to Morgan, over to Sparks. Pardee looking to drive, kicks it back to Sparks. Sparks looking, Pardee, left-handed shot, three-pointer on the way, drains it from the right wing for three for Thompson Falls. 40 seconds to go. Epperly across the timeline. 38-31 on the UPS Store scoreboard. The Vikings lead by 7, and it looks like they're going to hold for 1. Right in the corner to Gilliard. Gilliard on the right wing, looking underneath. No, Gilliard going to kick it out. Gives it out to Dane Hansen. Hansen, 20 seconds to go. Kicks it over. And Bigfork will take a timeout. Player control foul called on Dane Hansen. Looks like they called the timeout before that actually happened. Player control foul was first personal on Dane Hansen, the 10th team foul. So coach tried to get a timeout to set up the last shot. Inbound. Dante Michelli as the Vikes up by 7 and 12 seconds to go. Cade Pardee with the basketball for Thompson Falls looking to drive is Pardee. Corner Morgan, three-point shot off the thing, no good. Walker with the rebound, gives it up. Walker Fisher looking, launches a three-point shot. Oh! Off the back of the rim and no good at the buzzer. It would have counted if it would have went. So your halftime score, the Vikings 38 and the Bluehawks 31 here on your Bigfork Harvest Foods scoreboard. I'll be back with your halftime stats here from Thompson Falls as the Vikings lead by 7. 406-270-7384. Let me know. Text me and let me know you're listening. I'll be back momentarily with your halftime stats from Thompson Falls, Montana. All right, welcome back to Thompson Falls, Montana. The Vikes up 38-31, and halftime brought to you by the Montana Athletic Club. Features weights and machines, cardio machines with internet-capable screens, state-of-the-art life fitness and hammer strength weight machines, gymnasium, basketball court, swimming pool, locker rooms, Pilates, aerobics, yoga, and spin studios, indoor racquetball and squash, outdoor courts for tennis. Can't play much tennis right now, though. Hex indoor tanning bed, on-site Ask a Trainer desk. A Lamesa functional training area, 2,500 square feet of functional training area, featuring indoor turf power racks, more free weight suspension training, a Quincy rig, and a new cardio deck. Jungle Gym daycare as well. In the recovery room, updated locker room, steam room, dry sauna, and jacuzzi, all at the Montana Athletic Club. Doug Malum, and Nancy Mel. Thanks for sponsoring Viking and Valkyrie basketball. Taking a look at your halftime stats. First of all, for Thompson Falls, we'll take a look at what they have here, and then we'll take a look what the Vikings did to build that 7-point lead. Tristan Subach with 2, Nathan Schrader with 4, 2 for 3 from the free throw line and a 2-pointer. Justin Morgan, 2 threes. He's got 8, leading the way. For Thompson Falls, Dante Michelli only shot free throws. He's 5 for 6, so 5 points for him. Gabe Dvardy with 7, and Cody Burke in the first quarter, 3 for 4 from the free throw line and a 2-pointer. He's got 5 as well for Thompson Falls, as they have 31 at halftime. And take a look at the Vikings. Nick Walker with 2, 6 for Cormac Ben. Ian McMahon with 2 for 3 at the free throw line, so he's got 3 points. 3 for Isaac Epperle, 2 for Walker Fisher, so Levi Taylor with 2. Bryce Gilliard leading the way for the Vikes, 2 big threes. And he scored 9 in the first and 5 in the second, total of 14 at halftime for Bryce Gilliard. 7 for Colin Wade, he scores 2 in the first and 5 in the second. 18 in the first and 20 in the second, so well balanced for the Vikes. They got 38 overall at halftime and lead by 7 on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. Well, they came out with intensity, folks, I'll tell you that. And the Vikings came ready to play a battle for first place tonight and up by 7 at halftime. They got to continue that in the second half. A couple guys in foul trouble. Levi Taylor with 3, Cormac Ben with 2, as well as Colin Wade with 2. So they're going to have to address that in the second half, especially with Levi picking up 3. But Gilliard playing really well. Wade Fisher needs to get open, really preventing him. Morgan's on him, trying to prevent him from shooting those 3-pointers. So that'll be key to the second half, how the Vikings come out the second half and take care of business. And we'll talk about divisionals after that. Divisionals are going to be in Eureka, Montana. The girls' side for 7B is pretty much set. Eureka being number 1, Thompson Falls number 2, and Bigfork number 3. And then Mission and Troy have to play for that 4 seed. On the boys' side, well, we'll find out how things go tonight. Loyola, I think it's between Anaconda and Florence for the number 1 seed on the boys' side. So, and then Loyola and I believe Anaconda play for tonight in the girls' side for the number 1 seed as 6B, and that'll determine who the Valkyries will play in the first round. I'll be back with the second half here from Thompson Falls, Montana, as the Vikings lead at halftime, 38-31. All right, folks, welcome back to Thompson Falls, Montana. Get ready for the second half of the ball game as the Vikings lead by 7 at halftime, 38-31. And I'll give you the second half lineup. Third quarter brought to you by the UPS Store. All your printing and shipping needs, 439 Grand Avenue, Bigfork, Montana. 837-2002, including banners and posters. Contact Brad Stotts here and the folks at the UPS Store in downtown Bigfork. Well, looks like Schrader, along with Morgan, Michelli, Pardee, and Burt to start for Thompson Falls. Look at the basketball for the Vikes. It's Ben, Wade, Fisher, Epperly, and Gilliard. The same starters here in the second half, and we're ready to go here from Thompson Falls. 16 minutes to go for first place. Here. Into Schrader for Thompson Falls. Top of the key, Schrader looking to drive. Shoots up a floater and drains it inside the key for Schrader. Giving them to Wade. Wade with the basketball for the Vikings. Wade looking to drive, kicks it over to Fisher. Fisher looking in the corner. Cormac Ben up under, gets it over to Wade. Wade, three-point shot from the left side is good by Colin Wade, the freshman. He puts it up. A nice play there as Ben feeds him. Dante Michelli with the basketball, spin move, trying to go up. Epperly right there. Schrader drains a three-point shot from the left wing. And quickly into Wade. Wade up to Ben. Ben looking underneath, gives it up to Gilliard. Gilliard the basketball, guarded by Dante. Back to Colin. And Gilliard shoots it too strong, brought down by Pardee. As Cormac Ben slows it down. And the whistle blows. Thompson Falls trying to call timeout. He's rolling around on the ground. Looks like a travel call, but they give the timeout to Thompson Falls as they scramble for the basketball. Colin Wade diving on the floor, trying to get to it. And the Vikes up 41-36. 6:54 to go here in quarter number 3. The Vikes up by 5 on UPS Store scoreboard. So a good hustle, and the Vikings really getting after it here against Thompson Falls. Thompson Falls remain possession as they called the timeout, or the ball was on the floor. And Morgan will inbound in the backcourt as they head left to right. They go right to left. They're in the front court, and Bigfork back ready to play defense now. Morgan will get it into Schrader. Schrader will cross the timeline. Got it by Wade. Over to Michelli. Michelli on the right wing. Back to the top of the key goes Michelli. Guarded by Ben. Michelli will give it up to Morgan. Over to Pardee. Pardee thought about the three-point shot. Going on Epperly. Kicks it up. Burke blocked by Bigfork, and the whistle blows. And Burke will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Fouls on 3, Isaac Epperly. I believe that's his first. It is. First team foul on the Vikes here in the second half. And Cody Burke will go to the line to shoot 2 for Thompson Falls. With 6:38 to go here in quarter number 3. And the Vikes up by 5, 41-36. Burke's first shot up and good. Brings T Falls within 4. And Burke will get one more for the Bluehawks. Second shot is up and good. 41-38, 6:38 to go in the third quarter. And Wade with the basketball for the Vikings. Brings it across the timeline as Colin Wade drives all the way in. Gives the Cormac Ben. Ben across. Goes up and under against Burke. Off the backboard and good by the left hand by Cormac Ben. And he'll score the bucket for the Vikings. Into Schrader. It's going to be up and down. It's going to be battle all the way to the end as Phil. Schrader crossover looking. Knocked away by Bigfork. Back to Schrader. Gives it to Morgan. Morgan in the right wing. Gives it out to Michelli. Michelli looking to drive. Puts it off the backboard. No good. Rebounded there by Epperly. And Epperly will bring it across the timeline for Bigfork. Looking to drive in. Gives it to Cormac Ben. Cormac Ben will give it out to Wade. Wade top of the key for the Vikes. Going to set something up for Bigfork. Wade Looking to drive, kicks it out. Ben in the left corner. Going to drive across, gives it up off the backboard. No, it's good. Giger slips it out, and Epperly comes up with it. Cormac Ben with the basketball on the feed from Epperly. Scores 2. And the Vikings really hustling after it tonight. Schrader up the basketball, top of the key for Thompson Falls. He'll give it over to Michelli. Michelli guarded by Epperly. Schrader guarded by Wade. Long three-point shot. And Cormac Ben comes up with a long rebound. And he'll give it over to Epperly. Epperly on the left side. Looking, give it out to Fisher. Fisher out near half court, back to Epperly. Epperly top of the key for the Vikes. 5:10 to go. Over to Wade. Wade on the right wing for Bigfork. Out to the top of the key. Gives it over to Gilliard. Gilliard three-point shot on the way. Out the back of the rim. No good. But Ben right there for the rebound for the Vikings. He'll give it out to Wade. Wade guarded by Schrader. He'll give it over to Fisher. Fisher looking to drive. Kicks it up. Fisher up and under. Drives right by Burke and scores the bucket on a nice move by Walker Fisher. 47-38, 4:40 to go. Schrader with the basketball for Thompson Falls, looking to drive in. And on the floor, fouls called on the Vikes. And the third personal on Colin Wade. And second team foul. Colin will come out of the ball game, and Levi Taylor with 3 will enter back in for Bigfork. Thompson Falls, Schrader to inbound. Gets it to Burke. Burke in the right corner out to Michelli. Morgan, Schrader in the left corner. Guarded by Taylor. Pardee looking to drive. Get to Burke. Can't handle it. Taylor comes up with a loose ball. He'll give it over to Epperly. Epperly up the left side. 4:25 to go. The Vikes up 47-38 on your Harvest Food scoreboard. There goes Epperly. Spin move. Puts the shot up. Off the rim and no good. Burke comes up with a rebound for Thompson Falls. And he'll give it up to Michelli. Michelli looking to drive. Guarded by Epperly. Michelli pulls up for a jumper. In and out and rebounded there by Cormac Ben. He'll give it over to Fisher. Walker Fisher with the basketball for the Vikes. Crosses the timeline. Guarded there by Morgan. There goes Fisher on the drive. Gives Gilliard to feed to Gilliard underneath. And Gilliard will score the back at a nice feed by Walker Fisher. And the Vikes up by 11 now. Schrader with the basketball. Guarded by Taylor over the right wing. Schrader looking, gives it out to Michelli. Michelli, top of the key, over to Morgan on the left wing. Morgan looking, can't find Burke. Over to Schrader, right wing to Michelli. Michelli looking to drive on Cormac Ben. Shoots the floater baseline, good by Michelli. And quickly into Epperly. Epperly will give it up to Ben. Ben on the right wing, back out to Epperly, top of the key for the Vikes. 49-40, Vikes lead by 9. Cormac Ben looking to drive. He'll give it up to Gilliard. Gilliard up off the rim and no good. And Levi Taylor comes up with off the backboard, no good. And battling for it. Cormac Ben puts it up. Oh, a reverse left-handed flip shot over his head and scores it for 2 on a nice move by Cormac Ben. And he'll go to the free throw line to shoot the and one. That's the second personal on Pardee. And the first team foul. Dane Hansen comes in for the Vikes. And Burke goes out. And Subach will come in for Thompson Falls along with Sparks. And at the line is Cormac Ben. Ben, a little hard, off. And lane violation on Thompson Falls as Michelli leaning, can't hold himself up. Uses Levi Taylor as a post, and that's a lane violation as Michelli's falling into the lane, and Cormac Ben will get one more. So second one off the rim, no good, and rebounded there by Sparks. Sparks quickly up Michelli. Michelli across the timeline, guarded by Epperly as Michelli. Epperly doing a good job shutting down Michelli. Michelli looking to drive, gets it back door, but Pardee loses it on the feed from Michelli. Turnover to Bigfork. 2:53 to go on the UPS store scoreboard, and the Vikes lead by 11, 51-40. Into Fisher. Fisher trying to set it up. He's going to give it up over to Levi Taylor. Back to Fisher. Over to Epperly. Epperly top of the key near half court. Going to set it up. He's guarded by Michelli. 2:35. Back to Fisher. Fisher looking to set something up. Back to Epperly. Epperly going to run. Strong baseline. Gives it over to Cormac Ben. Corner. Fisher on the drive. Trying to get under it. Nate Hansen. Fisher gets it on as it's tipped away back to Walker Fisher as he's trying to feed Dane Hansen underneath. Fisher on the drive, feeds Hansen. Hansen. And Hansen will go to the line to shoot 2 for the Vikes as he's fouled there by number 24, Pardee, Cade Pardee. That is his second team foul on Thompson Falls. 2:12 to go. Hansen to shoot 2 for Bigfork. Burke and Gilliard to check back in, respectively, for Bluehawks and Vikings. Dane Hansen's shot a little bit short and misses the first one. Cody Burke returns and replaces Pardee. Gilliard replaces Epperly. Epperly to get a breather here with 2:12 to go here in quarter number 3, and the Vikes up by 11. Hansen with one more for Bigfork. Puts it up. Rim no good. Burke with a rebound for the Bluehawks. Quickly over to Schrader. Schrader across the timeline. 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Michelli, 3-point shot from the corner. Good, and Cormac Ben flying in. Held ball, and the arrow points towards the Vikings as Cormac Ben doing an outstanding job on the boards for Bigfork. He'll get it to Fisher. Under 2 minutes to go. 51-40 on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. Fisher looking to drive against Schrader. Gives it up. Levi Taylor. Levi Taylor left side. And Taylor dives for it. He's on the sideline. It'll be turned over to Thompson Falls. And Schrader will inbound. He'll get to the Michelli. Excuse me. Back to Schrader from Michelli. Michelli top of the key looking. Kicks it inside. Subach goes up, misses it off the backboard. And a foul called on the Vikes. 14. Dane Hansen with the personal. That's his second and the third team foul. And at the line shooting 2, Tristan Subach for Thompson Falls. 1:36 to go here in the third quarter. Makes the first one. A 10-point lead, 51-41 on the Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. The Vikes up by 10, and Subach with one more for the Bluehawks. Second shot up. No good. Lane violation. It wouldn't have mattered anyway. It's Bigfork basketball underneath. Yeah, so the lane violation was against Thompson Falls. Gilliard to inbound to Fisher. So Fisher, Gilliard, Taylor, Hansen, and Ben in the ball game for Bigfork. Schrader, Subach, Michelli. Fisher on the drive. His shot is blocked there by Subach. Burke, Schrader, Sparks, Subach in the lineup for Thompson Falls. Dane Hansen with the basketball. Gilliard. Gilliard looking. Set it up, gets it out to Cormac Ben. Ben's going to set up, gives it to Walker Fisher. Fisher, 1:15 to go in third quarter. Fisher looking to drive, crosses over Schrader. Spin move up and under. They call a traveling violation on Walker Fisher. And a turnover to Thompson Falls. Schrader will get into Michelli. Michelli quickly up the court. Looking, feeds it to Burke. Burke up, off the backboard, no good. Dane Hansen right there. Subach comes up with it. Michelli looking, gets underneath the Subach. Subach pushes it up, rebound, can't get it. Gilliard with a nice, strong rebound for the Vikes. He'll give it up. Walker Fisher, left side. Under 1 minute to go. He'll give it up to Gilliard. Gilliard looking, drives left-handed, gives it over to Levi Taylor, guarded by Michelli. Over to Fisher. Fisher, right side for Bigfork. Top of the key, gives it to Dane Hansen. Dane Hansen's going to give it up to Ben. Cormac Ben. 30 seconds to go. The Vikes holding for one. They're up by 10. They don't need to score. Hold for one shot. Burke comes out, picks up Hansen. And Burke will pick up the personal on the blocking foul. That'll be the third team foul and the first on Cody Burke with 21.5 to go. Hansen to inbound. Gives it up to Gilliard. Gilliard strong with the basketball. Will give it up to Ben. 18 seconds and counting. Going to get up to Fisher. Fisher, top of the key. Guarded by Schrader is Walker Fisher. Screen by Gilliard. Fisher finds Cormac Ben. Going to get up. Right there is Gilliard. 3-point shot from the top of the key. Oh, off the back of the rim. No good. Rebounded by Cormac Ben. Throws it up at the buzzer. Would have been good and would have counted, but no good as he Shoots it just a bit long as his back is turned. And the Vikings lead by 10, 51-41 on your Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard after 3 quarters. We'll be back with the 4th quarter. Exciting action here from Thompson Falls as the Vikings lead by 10. And I'll be back with the 4th quarter from Thompson Falls, Montana. All right, welcome back to Thompson Falls, Montana. We're going to the 4th quarter. It's Thompson Falls basketball to start the 4th quarter, and the Vikings up by 10, 51-41. Morgan will inbound to Schrader. So Colin Way back in for Bigfork. Taylor, Gilliard, Epperly, and Cormac Ben in. Schrader gives over to Michelle. Back to Pardee. Pardee kicks it out to Schrader. Back to Morgan. Morgan top of the key for Thompson Falls. Guarded by Wade. Man-to-man defense for the Vikes. Michelle with the basketball right wing. Back out to Morgan. Morgan underneath the Pardee. Pardee looking up. Shoots it up. Strong. No good. And Bigfork will be whistled for the foul on the rebound. That'll be the second on Bryce Gilliard. And the 14th foul on the Vikes. Epperly. Quick it out. Stolen by Cormac Ben. He'll give it up to Epperly Gilliard in the backcourt. Luckily, because Schrader was right behind him, nearly stole it away. And back to Epperly. Epperly across the timeline, back door. Cormac Ben. And Ben drives baseline and called for the player control foul as 24 is camped underneath the basket. I think they need to have that circle here in high school because he's camped right underneath as he goes for the layup and he has nowhere to come down. So the second personal and 15th foul on the Vikes on Cormac Ben. A nice drive. Nowhere for Cormac to go on the drive. And Thompson Falls, Schrader with the basketball. He'll give it to Morgan. In the corner, Pardee on the left side. Back out to Morgan on the left wing. Looks it over, Schrader. In the corner to Michelle. Michelle looking. Back door to Morgan. Morgan three-point shot on the way. Off the rim, no good. And rebound is Subach. And Gabe would call for his third personal 16 foul on the Vikings. Bigfork need to do a better job of boxing out. And Schrader inbound, gives it to Pardee, left wing. Pardee shoots a three-point shot, drains it. In the Colin Wade from Epperly, back to Epperly, 51-44, 7-point lead, 6:50 to go. Michelle on Epperly. Epperly looking to drive in, gives it up to Gilliard. Gilliard up and under. Oh, off the rim, rolls out and does not drop for Gilliard. But he'll go to a free throw line to shoot two with 6:45 to go. And the second personal on Subach for Thompson Falls, the 14th foul. And Gilliard at the line to shoot two for the Vikes. Gilliard's first shot, nothing but the bottom of the net for the Vikings. He'll get one more, 6:45 to go, 8-point lead, 52-44. Second one by Gilliard, up, bounces around, off the rim, rebounded by Pardee. Pardee quickly up the court. And Pardee scores the bucket. Gilliard inbound to Epperly, 52-46. 6-point lead. Give it over to Wade. Wade looking to drive for Bigfork. Give it over to Taylor. Taylor on the left wing for the Vikes. They're bringing it out, going to run it. Does the Vikings. Give it up to Epperly. Epperly looking right wing. Gives it up. Cormac Ben, spin move. Gives it up to Gilliard. Gilliard off the backboard. Good for the Vikes. And timeout quickly taken by Bigfork with 6:12 to go. And an 8-point lead, 54-46. On the UPS Store scoreboard, the Vikings lead by 8. And Fisher returning for the Vikings here in quarter number 4. I'll be back with more of the fourth quarter here from Thompson Falls, Montana. The Vikes lead 54-46. All right, welcome back to Thompson Falls. Vikes up by 8, and Thompson Falls basketball is the inbound to Schrader. Schrader, the basketball across the timeline for Thompson Falls. Michelle with the basketball, looking to drive, kicks it up, floats it, gives it to Subach. And 1 in the bonus, calls the foul. 15, that is the 4th personal on Bryce Gilliard. 17th foul at the line. Number 2, Tristan Subach shooting a 1-1 for the Bluehawks. Makes the first, he'll get one more. And Subach's second shot. He is good. And Nick Walker will come in, replacing Gilliard, who's had a fantastic ball game. As Gilliard, he's picked up his 4th personal. I'm sure he'll get ready to play. Here, Epperly gets it into Fisher. Back to Epperly. Epperly over to Wade. Wade across the timeline for Bigfork. In the corner, Nick Walker. Nick Walker looking to drive. And holding, a foul called on Thompson Falls. On number 3, Nathan Schrader. That's his second, 15th foul. And Vikings will get the basketball underneath on their own basket. And Epperly to inbound for Bigfork. Epperly looking. Walker Fisher on the drive. And drains it. A nice pass by Epperly as Fisher cut to the basket. And a nice bounce pass. 56-48, 5:45 to go. Into Schrader. Schrader on the right wing. Got it by Colin Wade. Top of the key goes Schrader. Gives it over to Michelle. Michelle looking to drive for Bigfork. Backdoor. Nice play there. He defeats Subach on the give and go. Quickly into Colin Wade for Thompson Falls. 6-point lead. 56-50. The Vikings lead. Michelle guarding Epperly. Epperly looking to drive for Bigfork. Up, under, feeds Nick Walker. Walker off the backboard and good. A nice pass from Epperly to Nick Walker. 5:15 to go in the ball game. And Schrader looking to drive. Throws it off, no good. Nick Walker with the rebound. And Thompson Falls will be called for the foul. On number 2, Tristan Subach, his second, 16th foul. Or excuse me, Subach's third, 16th foul on Thompson Falls. The next one will be the bonus for Bigfork. Wade gets it from Epperly. Guarded by Schrader. Wade, the freshman, looking. Now Michelle trying to guard him. Michelle looking. Wade goes right by him. Gives it to Nick Walker. Walker looking to drive. Kicks it out. Colin Wade setting it up. Gives it up to Epperly. Epperly top of the key for the Vikes. Under 5 minutes to go. Give it over to Wade. Wade on the right side. Very calm for a freshman. He'll give it out to Epperly. Epperly looking to drive for Bigfork. Up, under, off the backboard. And I'm sorry. He slides by him, scores the bucket, and they call a player control foul on Isaac Epperly. And a nice drive as Pardee flops on that one, I thought. Anyway, the 18th foul and 4:44 to go into Schrader for Thompson Falls. And everybody in the Bigfork side oohing and ahhing on that particular call. Morgan gives it over to Schrader, left wing. Schrader looking to drive, top of the key. He's going to go over to Pardee. Pardee guarded by, kicks it out. Morgan, right wing, 3-point shot is good by Morgan for Thompson Falls. Into Epperly. Epperly with the basketball, 58-53, 4 minutes to go. Schrader Michelli. Schrader scores the bucket for Bigfork. Into Colin Wade. Within 3 as Thompson Falls. They're making their run. Colin Wade quickly across the timeline for Bigfork. Gives it over to Nick Walker. Nick Walker looking to drive. Out to Walker Fisher, top of the key, guarded by Morgan. There goes Fisher. Gives it up, Nick Walker. Off the backboard again. A nice steal by Nick Walker. From Walker Fisher. Schrader, Dante Michelli looking to drive. Knocked away by Bigfork. And Michelli's on the end line, tries to save it. Rolls out of bounds. And Bigfork basketball. 60-55, 3:45 to go. Colin Wade with the basketball for Bigfork. Coach telling him to clear it out as Wade will bring it across the timeline. Gives it to Walker Fisher. Fisher out to Wade. Wade top of the key. Going to hold it out for Bigfork. 60-55, 5-point lead on your Montana Athletic Cup scoreboard. Epperly will give it over to Ben. Ben looking to give it back to Colin Wade. Colin Wade got it by Schrader. Wade with the basketball, looking, crosses over, goes Wade. Cormac Ben looking to drive, gets it over to Fisher. Fisher on the left wing. Fisher back to Cormac Ben. And he'll give it out to Epperly. Looking for a good shot, a layup or something. Epperly on the drive, gives it back. Cormac Ben. Ben can't handle the pass from Epperly. And a turnover by Bigfork to Thompson Falls. Into Schrader. 3 minutes to go and a 5-point lead for Bigfork. Schrader over to Dante Michelli. Back to Schrader. Morgan on the left wing. Looking underneath. Going to give it to Pardee. Pardee back out to Morgan. Thought about 3-point shot, but Ben right there on defense. Pardee back in the court to Morgan. Morgan looking to drive baseline. Stolen away by Colin Wade. Nice job by Wade stepping in the passing lane and taking that away with 2:40 to go. And Wade across the timeline for Bigfork. Guarded by Schrader. 60-55 on your Montana Athletic Cup scoreboard. Epperly on the drive. Cormac Ben looking. Epperly, or Cormac goes up. And the whistle blower is going to be fouled. And he'll get 2. 24, that's Cade Pardee. That's his 4th, 17th foul on Thompson Falls. And Cormac Ben will get 2. Cormac Ben at the line for the Vikings with a 5-point lead. 2:26 to go. Cormac Ben's first shot is up and good. And he'll get one more for the Vikings with 2:26 left in the ball game. And a chance for first place. Ben with one more. Up by 6. In and out. And Pardee comes down with the rebound for Thompson Falls. Guarded by Ben. He'll give it up to Morgan. Vikes in a 2-3 zone. He's going to give it up to Morgan. Morgan over to Schrader. Corner. Sparks. And Colin Wade comes up with it again for Bigfork. He'll give it up to Fisher. And timeout taken by the Vikes. 61-55, 1:58 to go in the ballgame. On your Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard, the Vikings lead by 6. As Coach talked about in the pregame, they keep Thompson Falls in the 60s, and that looks like we're going to be right there in the 60s as the Vikings with 61, Thompson Falls with 55. We're back with more. The end of the conclusion of this ball game from Thompson Falls, Montana. James LaFontaine, the voice of the Vikes of the Vals, and the Vikings lead 61-55, and with the possession with 1:58 to go. All right. Get my mic down. Back in Thompson Falls, 6-point lead for Bigfork. And Epperly, or Gilliard will take it, I believe, on the end line. Epperly and Wade. Fisher, Cormac Ben, and Gilliard. Inbound gets it into Epperly. Epperly guarded by Dante Michelli. Epperly across the timeline for Bigfork. In the corner, Cormac Ben. Ben back to Epperly. Over to Colin Wade. don't need to score. They're in the 1-1. Are the Vikings. 1:45 and counting. Epperly on the drive for Bigfork. Kicks it out. Walker Fisher. And Fisher is going to go to the free throw line, shooting a 1-1. And that is on number 22, the third personal on Dante Michelli. And the 18th foul. And Fisher at the line, 1-1 for Bigfork. And Cody Burke will come back in, replacing Roman Sparks. Both teams with 8 team fouls. Fisher, shot up. Misses it, but run down by Epperly. Epperly quickly out to Fisher. Fisher looking, going to set it up, pull it out, gives it out to Colin Wade. 1:35 and counting. Colin Wade looking to drive for Bigfork. Gives it up. Cormac Penn, the layup, scores 2, and a nice feed by Colin Wade. The Vikes up by 8, 63-55. In the corner, Dante Michelli. Long three-pointer by Michelli. Rebounded there by Cody Burke. Burke going up, throws it up off the rim, no good. Cormac Ben with the rebound for Bigfork. Runs it out in the front court. And Ben Morgan ties it up from behind, but the arrow points towards the Vikings with 1:08 to go. Wade will inbound, gets it in the backcourt to Walker Fisher. And Fisher will cross the timeline, guarded by Morgan. Just got to run the clock out. They got free throws, gives it over to Epperly. Epperly, the right wing, guarded by Michelli. Epperly looking to drive, kicks it over. Gilliard looking to drive, up, under, off-handed layup by Bryce Gilliard. Under 50 seconds to go, and a 10-point lead for the Vikes. Michelli looking to drive. If Epperly just stands there and takes the charge, it's the other way. Yeah, but it's a personal on Isaac Epperly. That's his third 19th foul. And Sparks will come back in for Cody Burke. Dante Michelli at the line, shooting 1-1 for Thompson Falls. Misses the layup. And Cormac Ben boxes out Pardee. And Ben will go to the line. He'll shoot 1-1. And that's the 5th personal on Cade Pardee. And Tristan Subach will come back in from Thompson Falls. So Cormac Ben back to the line for Bigfork. And he'll get a 1-1. And a 10-point lead for the Vikes with 45.3 to go. Misses it. Tries to run it down. Dante Michelli. Feeds it in the corner. Morgan right there is Colin Wade to guard him. And stolen away by Cormac Ben. Ben looking, gives it over to Isaac Epperly. Over to Walker Fisher. Fisher with the basketball. And he'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2. As the Vikings are now in the double bonus. That's the 10th team foul on Thompson Falls. And the 4th on Dante Michelli. So the Vikes up by 10. 30.5 to go. And Walker Fisher the line. He'll get 2 as the Vikes are in the double bonus. First shot is up and good. 66-55. And Cormac Ben gets a big hand as he comes out of the ballgame. Levi Taylor back in for the Vikes. Fisher's second shot up, nothing but the bottom of the net, and a 12-point lead for the Vikings. 30.5 to go. Rolls it into Schrader. Schrader across the timeline for Thompson Falls. Looking, tipped away. Morgan right there, guarded by Isaac Epperly. Long three-point shot, good by Morgan. Gilliard gets it into Colin Wade. Colin Wade with the basketball, dribbling up. Across the timeline for the Vikes in the corner to Levi Taylor. And timeout taken by Bigfork. And Ian McMahon will recheck in for the Vikes. And number 23 as well for Bigfork. Wyatt Johnson in the ball game for Bigfork. So Gilliard. Also Nick Walker back in for the Vikes. Bryce coming out. Dane Hansen right there going in the ball game as well, 14 for Epperly. So you got Nick Walker, Dane Hansen, Levi Taylor, Wyatt Johnson, and Ian McMahon for the Vikes. 67-58, a 9-point lead for Bigfork with 12.9 to go. Here in Thompson Falls, the Vikings lead. And timeout taken. They got to get the ball inbound in the front court. Wyatt Johnson with the basketball for Bigfork. Gets it out to Nick Walker. Stolen away by Thompson Falls. Quickly up Michelli. Michelli looking. Scores the bucket. 5 seconds to go. They don't have to inbound it. Game's over. The Vikes win 67-60 on the UPS Store scoreboard. And get the #1 seed in first place here in conference play. I'll grab the full game stats and I'll grab a couple players to interview here on the post-game show. Stay right there. We're back to Thompson Falls. We'll be back momentarily. All right, welcome back to Thompson Falls. As the Vikes win by 7, 67-60. Shout out to Jimmy Fat, listening in Columbia Falls. He sent me a text earlier. Sorry, couldn't get back to that. Was so busy, crazy here. So Vikings win the conference and the #1 seed heading into the district tournament. That means they'll play on Thursday at 11:30 a.m. in Eureka. I'm just trying to catch my breath. I'm trying to bring the coach, and a couple players out here to be interviewed. Let me take a look at your full game stats while I wait for Coach Jimmy and Becky. Fat listening from Columbia Falls and following along. Great ball game as Bryce played a great game as well. And I'll bring John Hollow and a couple players here to interview here momentarily. So look at Thompson Falls. First of all, 14 for Schrader, 7 for Tristan Schubats, 11 for Justin Morgan. Michelle really held in check. $12 for Cade Pardee. And we'll take a look at the Vikings here. And I'll bring in Bryce Gilliard first of all. Okay. Get that set up here. Bryce, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, I can hear you. So, hey, heck of a ball game. You had a great start to the ball game. Talk about that. You guys played well. And Bryce, I see you had 21 on the night. What was your mindset coming in the ball game?
Just to punch them in the face. Because last time, that's what happened to us. They punched us. So that's what we learned from. We learned from our mistakes, and we started to punch them instead.
Well, I thought you played well, you rebounded well, but you really hit some key shots. The top of the key, draining a couple threes, especially early in the first half. That got you going as well. Yep. Talk about the rest of the team, their contributions, working with them, and how you guys. That's 8 ball games now you've won in a row. You know what does that do when you think that you guys just won the conference title and the #1 seed heading into divisionals?
Well, we just like to go off each other's momentum. Every time we score, everyone's excited, and then the next player, they do their thing, and then we get even more momentum. We just go off that even more and more every single game. Every win we get, it adds to it.
Yeah, a big first half. You had 14 in the first half of your 21, so that really got things going, and you guys played, I thought, outstanding ball the rest of the way, and you got that lead. You're able to maintain that lead. Played great defense.
Yeah.
And really shut down Michelle, who's their leading scorer.
Yeah.
And you guys did a great job on him tonight. I thought you were on him a couple times, right?
A little bit.
And then Cormac pretty much shutting him down.
Yeah. That just last game that we played against them, our defense was lazy. We couldn't do anything right. But that's what we fixed. We knew that every game, if we have a bad offense, our defense will help us. We just got to lay back on that.
Well, congratulations on first place.
Thank you, sir.
And the conference title and #1 seed. That means you'll play on Thursday at 11:30 a.m. against the 4th seed out of 6B coming up in the divisional tournament in a couple weeks. So I'll let you go, get changed and get ready. And it's great to have you on the post game.
Thank you.
Great to talk to you. And thanks to your mom and dad for all your support of the broadcasting. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. We'll bring in Colin Wade. Colin Wade, the point guard. I'm just really – I'll talk to Colin here now. Can you hear me, Colin?
Yep.
Well, you didn't score as much, but you hit some key shots for the Vikings. Let me take a look here. Looking at your scoreboard, you had 1 3, and then so I believe you had 10 total. But lots of contributions across the board. What I'm most impressed about you is you're just a freshman, but your poise on the court. Talk about that, your mindset. You come in here and you're playing at the varsity level against some of these kids that are seniors and playing with some seniors and upperclassmen, but you seem to have a mindset that you're just calm. What brings that?
Well, I've just played basketball a long time, and it's just fun to be out here, and I love to play, and I just try not to think about it too much.
Yeah, I'm really impressed. I mean, how you handle the basketball. Some of your drives against guys taken to the hole. Talk about that. What leads you when you see something? What do you see when you're going to take a kid to the hole when maybe you're driving? What is he doing defensively that allows you that opportunity to drive to the basket?
I just read where he's at on my body and either take the shot or kick it out or shoot it.
Well, you do a fantastic job, and notice you drain a couple long threes, in games past. But I want to tell you that I've been watching you all season, and the change when they put you in the starting lineup, I really think that brought the Vikings to where they're at now. Steadiness as a freshman to running and distribute the basketball that made you guys just so much a better team, I think.
Thank you.
Well, I'm going to let you go. I was hoping to get Holloway down there and talk to him about this and see. Congratulations, first place. You win the conference. You get the #1 seed, so you get to take the 4 seed, whoever that will be. and maybe Arlee or Loyola or somebody else out of 6B. We'll find out that later coming up in March. So congratulations on a great ball game and a great win tonight. 8 in a row.
Yeah.
I think we just keep that going the way you guys are playing.
Yep.
All right. Thanks for joining me on the post game. Appreciate that, Colin.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. Hopefully bringing John Hollow. Hey, Coach Hollow. He's got to join me on the post game. I know he wants to get on the road. He wants to get home. But when you win a conference title and you get the number 1 seed, you got to come visit me because people are going to want to talk. So talk about hey, you know what? What you said, exactly what you said on the pregame. Keep him in the 60s. You won 67-60. You held him right at 60 points. Yeah. I mean, they made that late three-pointer. I mean, otherwise you pretty much had them. You had the game sealed with 12 seconds to go. Talk about the ball game and how your kids played.
Played well. Anytime you win on the road, it's good. These guys are a good basketball team. Again, that's how confident I am in our defense. I did not think we played overly great defense tonight. And we still gave, I bet if you look at their averages on the season, they got to be in the 70s. So we did a good job. That's a good offensive team. And, man, our kids did a good job on offense, too. I mean, what did we end up with, 70 or 60-something?
67.
67. So, yeah.
Gator had 14 alone in the first half. I thought he really got you going. He had 21 overall for the ball game. But I thought the big thing is you shut Michelli down. I think he had probably 7 for the ball game, and he's up there close to 20.
Yeah.
And Cormac and that, he did a great job.
Mac played man against him. When we played man, McCormick had him most of the game, and then in zone, we did a good job on him. And yeah, he's a heck of a player. He's all of 6'3" and quick and can jump, and so our kids did a good job. Of knowing where he was at and not. He really hurt us in the first game, so I thought we did a good job on both him and
Party.
Was that 22 or 22 and 24?
Yeah, Party's the other guy, and you pretty much shut him down. But I thought you guys played great defense. You got out and ran the ball. Cormac Ben was just flying around, getting rebounds, out of nowhere. I mean, even Bryce, other kids just hustling, right? Hustling to loose balls, and that was a big. Colin Wade, again, another fantastic job at the point. He is so calm, Coach. Yep. I mean, for a freshman, that's unbelievable. I was talking to him about on the post game. I mean, that he really impresses me as a freshman being able to play at the varsity level, and he doesn't get rattled at all. And I think that's really key to the way your team has played and kept going.
I agree.
And Isaac playing as well. So congratulations. That means next week you got Loyola and you got Anaconda, but then divisionals, number 1 seed, you'll play 11:30 on that Thursday against the 4th seed. So
that's exciting.
Congratulations on a great season. 8 in a row, Coach.
Yep, that's exciting. I'm excited for these kids. They worked their asses off all summer, and I'm super proud of what they've accomplished so far. And we got a long ways to go yet, though.
Oh, no. Yeah, but you're headed in the right direction.
That's
8 in a row, and keep going. Keep playing that way. You want to play your best at the end of the season.
Absolutely.
And I think that's exactly what you guys are doing.
All right.
All right. Thanks, Coach Hollow. Appreciate it. Always on the post game. All right. Final here from Thompson Falls, Montana. It was the Vikings, 67-60. Well, they win the conference title and the number 1 seed into divisionals. And a great ball game. They played outstanding. The kids just really played hard, and a great game. Thanks for listening out there. I really appreciate it. Shout out to Jimmy and Becky Fant listening from Columbia Falls as well. That'll wrap up things from here from Thompson Falls as the Vikings, conference title champions, and the number 1 seed heading into the divisional, and we'll see how that goes. We'll get you on the radio on Monday, BFST events on YouTube, and there might be a little schedule change on what time that ball game, and the next Saturday we'll head to Anaconda. We'll have the Valkyries and the Vikings on BFST events on YouTube. Once again, thanks for tuning in. Final from Thompson Falls. It was the Vikings 67, the Bluehawks 60. And thank you all for listening, and you guys have a great night.